Be really careful, guys. Don't pass each other unless you get waved around. We don't want any accidents, okay? Drive safe. We're gonna have a ton of fun.
Today is the 1-year anniversary of my crash. If you didn't know I crashed, it's not a surprise because I've kept it mostly to myself. And this is actually a fairly difficult video to put together since I had to relive one of the worst days that I can remember. But I also feel like the video compilation was somewhat cathartic. And I hope it serves as a warning. I never thought that this would happen to me. Certainly not the way that it actually played out. Here's the gist of the accident. After a few windy roads, there was this beautiful uphill straightaway. On the horizon was just this gorgeous blue sky, and everything just begged for spooling turbos. There was really only one worn-out road sign indicating that the road turned at all. And that turn came fast, and it was sharp, and there was just no way to make that. Judging by the number of skid marks, lots of other people had the same kind of problem, but that's not an excuse. The fact is I drove too fast in an area that I was unfamiliar with. I'm lucky though, I really am. No one got hurt, not me, not my passenger, no other vehicles were involved. The only casualty was my car. We did hit a road sign, but they bolted that sucker right back up. We were about 1/3 of the way through a charity rally. Obviously, we didn't finish that. We'd actually purchased toys the night before, loaded them in our car, and were taking the toys to the Ronald McDonald House, but obviously we couldn't do that, so we gave our toys to some of the other drivers to deliver that night. Unfortunately, the police got involved and seemed pretty excited to file charges. I found a good lawyer, and we got the situation handled. I took a plea deal. And here we are, a year later, with the car still being fixed. Working with the insurance was pretty difficult and turned into kind of a mess. The car actually needed about $90,000 of repairs. And so they kind of waffled back and forth between fixing it and totaling it, but the car has a lot of sentimental value to me, and so they pushed hard to save the car, and I appreciated that. But the repairs went slowly, and there were key people in the process who needed surgery, COVID hit, parts got lost and delayed, and the timing on everything was hilariously bad. It couldn't have been worse. So, I was really hoping that I'd be releasing a triumphant resurrection type video, but this one you're watching is what we've got. 1 year later, and still trying to get this thing back on the road. So sometimes bad things happen. And sometimes those bad things happen because of bad choices, like in this case. But in the end, I really felt like this would be a good reminder about driving more carefully. And so that's why I put it out there. It's a situation, it's been so stressful. It's just really negatively affected me, and I ended up missing a lot of events that I would have normally gone to. I'm just hoping the car will be back on the road soon, and I can start making turbo videos again. If you're watching what's going on in the background here while I talk, you'll notice that the car isn't just getting fixed, it's getting some pretty major upgrades too. When we're done, I'm hoping that the car that ends up back on the road will be the fastest Porsche 911 Turbo S in the state of Utah. 9-second quarter miles all day long. That is the goal. Better days ahead. We'll get it done. There's a lot of exciting things. At this point, we've got most of the parts, and we've got kind of a tentative schedule hammered out. So I think we'll see this back on the road by the end of the year. But I mean, it's just taken an unbelievable amount of time. This has absolutely made me a safer, more defensive driver, and I hope everyone just takes a minute to evaluate their driving and make whatever changes you need to make to keep yourself safe while you're out there. Better days ahead, folks. We'll see you next time.